Alright, originally I was trying to record this video live. For whatever reason, neither the Facebook Pages app nor the Facebook app itself would let me broadcast live for more than 14 seconds. I have no idea what the problem is. I tried doing it over cellular data, I tried doing it over 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, I tried doing it over 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. It kept telling me that I had poor connection, although I have perfect connection. So I've, on all three, I have no idea what the problem is. So, back on topic. What I was making this video for to begin with. I've had several people recently, especially in the last couple of days, asking me what they can do at home as far as things like squats, what they might be doing wrong. I've seen some things that I actually didn't realize people were doing wrong. It's kind of one of those things where once you have a good idea, or if you've been trained correctly, taught correctly, you tend to do things correctly, and you don't ever really, it doesn't really cross your mind that people can have so many ways of doing it wrong or improperly. And the biggest concern here isn't that you're not getting a good workout, it's that you could potentially hurt yourself, especially if you carry that form from a body weight movement into say a bodybuilding weightlifting movement. You know, I can go do, right now I could probably go jump under the squat rack, you know, and do 350 pounds and it wouldn't be a big deal. And, you know, I might only be able to do, I don't know, 100 air squats in a row, you know, without having to take a break. I don't actually know what that number is, I'm just throwing a number out there. So, you know, for somebody else to say, oh yeah, well I could do 100 air squats, so I could probably go jump underneath the bar and do 350 pounds. It's not how it works. It's really not how it works at all. And really it comes down to the different kinds of muscle fibers, you know, your white fibers, your red fibers, your mixed fibers, and the form that you're using. The form, and I can't stress this enough, I know Ross, you know, he can't stress this enough to his clients. The form is what matters. If you're using proper form, you will always, and it might not always be fast, but you will always get stronger because you will actually be able to bear a load that you might not otherwise be able to bear. If I get underneath a bar and I'm bending too far forward, you know, I'm not going to be able to squat as much weight if, you know, as if I'm using a proper form with my back, you know, more up and straight, with my butt kicked out and everything like that. And some of you actually, right now, if you actually know what you're doing, you might notice that I'm actually almost kind of sitting in a squat form. I'm basically at parallel in squat form. My legs are slightly wider than my shoulders and my knees are not past my toes. Those are just kind of things that are just kind of basic. You know, it's something that's common sense to those of us who have been in the gym for a while, or, you know, your trainers, your real trainers, your certified personal trainers, not these coaches, these Herbalife people. And not saying that all the Herbalife people are bad. The bad ones are the ones that they bought some products and now all of a sudden they can tell you what to do. Those are the ones that are bad. And we're not even going to get into the whole Herbalife advocate or whatever crap. It's, people have this, you know, huge misconception that we just bash them and that their products don't work. That's not what it is about. What it's about is they pitch the fact that they are the end all be all, when in reality the reason why their products work is because they don't just give you a product. They give you a training plan, they give you a meal plan, they give you products, they give you everything. It's a full scope. But you have to pay so much money and you have to be so involved, and they try to get you to be part of their sales team. That's the problem that we have with it. Not that their products are totally inferior or superior as they think they are, whatever. No, that's not what it is. It's about how they sell and promote themselves and their product. So anyways, back on track. Talking about the squats. So I've had several people show me what they're doing and ask me how to improve, and it's really it's kind of difficult to break people of some of their bad habits. So a couple different ways that you can kind of fix these bad habits are just going back to the basics. And some people get, they get irritated. They don't like having to go back to the crawl stage or the walking stage. They want to be able to just jump right into it. But I'm telling you, if you go back to those crawling and those walking stages and work on these small minor things, you will see exponential growth on the other end. Because now you have the basics, you have a platform to build on, and if you already have strength, obviously it's going to be easier for you to jump underneath some weight and do something, that's actually going to put muscle on or tone or lose weight, whatever your goal is. And it's difficult to see that some of these people, they're like, oh, well, I was taught this in high school and I was taught this by this guy or this girl, and there's so much stuff online, it's ridiculous. I tried to just YouTube a simple squat video. I just wanted to send somebody a video that, like what I'm going to make, minus this talking, I wanted to send them a video that they could watch that all it was is, here, this is what you should do, this is how you do it, and if you can't do it, here's where to start and to progress from there. So at this point, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you guys a side view, front view, and that's probably it for that. I'm going to show you how your feet should be, and this is just going to be basic. Obviously, there are ways that you can kind of vary this, but we're just going to start at one point, and then maybe later on down the line, if I do more of these videos, we'll show alternatives and things like that. So if you're like, oh, well, I've seen, just start here, progress later, okay? So first things first, I'm going to stand up. You can't really see my feet, so I'm going to try to aim this down just a little bit. So first thing you want to do, feet, toes pointed generally forward. You can have them pointed out a little bit. You do not want them pointed in. It's either straight forward, a little bit out. You don't want them so far out that your knees bow outward. And you obviously don't want them inward because you don't want your knees collapsing inward. You want to find a happy medium, so this might take you a while, where you can actually go down into the squat position. So I'm going to go down, and I'm not actually on my couch cushion, I'm just above it right now. But you want to be able to go down and look at yourself. And if you look down, and if you're in a generally proper form, you'll notice your knees are either just above or just behind your toes. So back up, and one thing that you want to do, find a point up on the wall, a crease or something like that, and look at it. It'll help you keep your back up, it'll help you keep your chin up. So if you want to have your arms up, that's fine. If you want to have your arms here, that's fine. If you want to have your arms out, it doesn't really matter. Just whatever gives you the best posture that works for you. So then from here, stand up, and then back down, up. And you'll notice my knees don't really move that much. They don't come super far forward. They don't go out, too much. They definitely don't collapse in. They kind of stay in a generally straight line. And now I'll just show you from the side. So I might have to come a little bit closer. From the side, this is how it looks. I'll go down. You'll notice that my hips, my shoulders will be in a generally straight line, kind of with my heels. So I go down and then up. And that's really all it takes. So coming back to what we were talking about not being able to do a proper squat. If that's the case, here's one of the two easiest ways to train yourself on what you need to do. Find a chair, find a couch, something that when you sit down, your quads are generally roughly parallel to the ground. I'm a little bit lower than parallel, but that's okay. So what I want to do is I want to have my feet out here so that my knees are above my heels, okay? Not above my toes. You don't want your feet all the way back here. And you want to be sitting on the edge of the seat, couch, bucket, whatever it is. Next thing you want to do is have your feet spaced just a little bit wider than your shoulders, toes, everything that we talked about with the regular squat. Now from this position right here, All I'm going to work on is standing up. We don't care about the sitting down part. We're just going to work on standing up, because this is going to teach you how it should feel at the bottom of the squat, aside from probably some of the tension, the burning, the lactic acid retention, stuff like that. So from right here, I've got my arms out forward, and I'm going to, my feet are actually a little bit too far forward. From right here, I'm going to just stand up. And I mean, I can sit right back down into it, but if you can't do it, if you have to sit too far back and then scoot forward, we're just working on the basics here. If you're doing this at home, nobody's going to laugh at you. You know, you don't have to worry about going to the gym and have a stigma or anything like that. So once again, come right here. I've got my arms out, or here, however you want to do it. And you want to feel tension on your heels. You want to feel like you're pushing through your heels, not up on your toes. So up, just like that. All right. Now last thing, let's spin this around. I don't have any wall space over there. Last thing we're going to do is do a wall sit. This is another way that you can kind of learn what to do. So what you want to do, and it's kind of an awkward angle for the camera, but be about, I don't know, roughly a foot from the wall to your heels, maybe a little bit more. And you're going to want to sit up against the wall so that your thighs are parallel to the ground, your quads are parallel to the ground, and you want to have your feet in that same wide position, or the same width as when we were doing the squats. Come down to about here, push your back up against the wall, arms out in front of you. The longer you can hold this, the better. You know, you can have your arms out here if you want, whatever you want to do. Just don't rest them here, don't hold yourself up. You want to have them out and up. You want your core supporting your body, and then just whatever you want to do. And that's a good way to practice, you know, stay in that position. You'll get a little bit of core training out of it. You'll get a little bit of, little bit of leg training out of it, and you know, you'll improve from there. So I hope you guys like this video, and if you want more videos like this in the future, I'm gonna make probably a couple more. Post them up on the Form of Fitness YouTube. They'll be on Form of Fitness Facebook, and I'll try and make them a little bit shorter next time. I'll post in the video comment itself where the actual squat starts. You don't have to listen to that whole spiel leading up to it. But thanks for watching.